Hey guys, so for today's math video, I'm going to explain how to classify triangles. So we're going to be looking at different triangles and you're going to be looking at two things. You're going to be looking at the angle of the triangle and then you're going to look at the length of the triangle. So first off, again, triangles can be classified. And again, remember classify means put into groups. And the two groups you're going to put them in is by their angle measurement. That means acute, right, and obtuse, and we'll talk more about it in a little bit, and the side length, okay? Or both. So on some of your assignments, you will have to name the triangle by the angle and the length. So make sure that you're looking at both of those things together. So the first triangle is called a right triangle. So a right triangle has one angle that is a right angle. So right here, this right here is a right angle. It measures 90 degrees, and every time you see that perfect little square, that means it's 90 degrees. So as soon as you see that square, so for example, right here on this triangle, I already know that that's 90 degrees, and that 90 degrees tells me it's a right triangle or a right angle. Okay, so just by looking at this triangle, I can already say it's a right triangle. Then right here, looking at this one, we're going to look at an acute triangle. So an acute triangle is where all three angles are acute angles. So remember these right here, it's kind of like the corners. These are the angles. So if you look at this triangle, there's A, B, and C. And the best way I like to remember an acute triangle or an acute angle is that it's a cute little angle. So kind of like a cute little baby. It's tiny, it's small. So if the angle is less than 90, less than that perfect little square, then it's called an acute little angle. Okay, it's a tiny one. So if you look at the second triangle, it already gave you the measurements. And as you can see, each angle is already less than 90. So that tells you this is acute. 80 less than 90, acute. 70 less than 90, acute. So because this triangle has all three acute angles, we can only call it an acute triangle. Then we have an obtuse triangle. An obtuse triangle is where one angle is an obtuse angle. So again, right now we're only looking at the angles. So looking at this triangle, there's angle A, B, and C. So the angle A, it's a cute little one. So remember, a cute little one is a cute angle. C also looks like a cute little angle, so it's less than that perfect square. And if you look at B, it's actually bigger than acute, and it's bigger than that perfect square. So because this one is the biggest one, and it's an obtuse, we're going to call it an obtuse triangle because remember, it has one angle that is an obtuse. So if you can see one obtuse angle, it's already an obtuse triangle. Okay, so again, obtuse angle is more than 90 degrees, more than that perfect little square. This is another example of a triangle. This right here is acute. This one is acute. This one's obtuse. So because I already see an obtuse angle, it's already an obtuse triangle. Now we're going to be looking at the sides. So this one is called an equilateral triangle. When you think of equilateral, you can hear the word equal. So equilateral triangle is where all the sides are the same length. They're all equal. So if you look at this picture, right now we're looking at the lengths. Okay, so lengths. If you look at the picture, there is one line on this side, one line on this side, one line on this side. Because each side has the same line, that tells you that they're all the same length. So because I can see that they're all the same length because there's one line here, one line there, one line there, I can already say the sides are equal, so it has to be an equilateral triangle. This right here is an isosceles triangle where at least two sides are the same length. So remember, now we're looking at the sides. So looking at this triangle, again, you can see one line on this side, one line on this side. That already tells you that this side is the same length as this side, and this side is shorter than both of them. So because these two sides are the same length, it's an isosceles triangle. Then over here, you can see another triangle. It tells you this is A, and this is B. That means both A's are the same length and B is a different length. Then we have a scalene triangle. Scalene triangle says no sides are the same length. Okay, so remember, we're now looking at the lengths. And if you look at this first triangle, this side has one line, this side has two lines, this side has three lines. So now that tells me all the sides are different. This side is a different length, this side is a different length, this side is a different length. So because no sides are the same length, it's a scalene triangle. This triangle already gives you the measurements, and I can already see they're all different lengths. This side is 3, 7, and 8. They're all different lengths, so it's automatically a scalene triangle. So one of your questions for this week for math, you're going to look at a triangle and give it a name. Okay, so again, remember you're looking at the angle and you're going to look at the length. So looking at this triangle, I can see the angle right here is a cute little one. So I labeled it A for acute. If I look at this other angle, it looks like a cute little one. So again, less than 90, so I labeled it A. Then over here, I notice this angle is bigger than an acute, and it's bigger than that perfect square, which is a right angle. So it has to be obtuse. And because there's an obtuse there, I can already call it an obtuse triangle. Now I'm going to look at the lengths of the sides. This side looks long. This side does not look the same as the other side. And this one is the shortest. So just by looking at this triangle, I can see that the sides are all different. And remember, when the sides are all different, they have no same lengths. It's called a scalene. So I can call this triangle, an obtuse scalene triangle. So remember, you're looking at the angles, and then you're looking at the lengths of the sides. And you're going to give that triangle two names. Okay? So remember, if you have any questions, make sure you're asking on Google, or you can reach me at Remind